My name is Suhail Nayyar and I'm an actor. And honestly, it gives me immense joy now I can say this out aloud. And I'm an actor. Trust me, back in 2008, I could never even tell this to myself. I was so underconfident, going through so much in life. So I'll give you a little background about myself. I was born and raised in Delhi. And, coming from a business family, things are really difficult and different. Like if you have this streak of being an artist, if you think that you would like to do something in the field of arts, your parents, your family members, your friends might not understand that. And that happened with me as well. In my school, I was practically invisible to everyone. I was reserved, introverted, really lanky, and I just had 4 friends. And I was really confident. In that circle, I was very confident. But outside that circle, I couldn't speak. I couldn't, just, if you would ask me a question, I would just not reply to you. I was just so shy. And in my classroom, my mind used to wander. And once my class teacher called my mother and she told her कि आपका बच्चा class में सो जाता है. It was just one time, but she noticed me. So I just wanted to escape my classroom, and acting always fascinated me, but I didn't have the confidence. And I wanted to study history and literature. I had medical with math. It was hell because in my 10th grade, I scored some good marks and my parents thought that I can be a pilot, and the idea really fascinated me. But while I was studying physics, chemistry, math, biology in my 11th, I just wanted to escape my classroom. One day, I got this opportunity to go on stage. And it wasn't a quest for spotlight. I wasn't bursting with confidence. I just wanted to go out of the classroom, enjoy a free period. I went onto the stage and I did my first character. It was a gate. So my first role was this on stage. I stood like that. I did some improvisation. When someone entered, I just said, ah, and people laughed. Like all the kids laughed, and I felt that sense of validation. I felt that, dude, this is exhilarating. This feeling was so potent, and I've never felt something like that. And the plus side was I didn't have to attend my classroom. No classes. I was just preparing for annual day, and let me give you this picture. An introverted kid just moved into a spotlight. And I was celebrated there. And it felt so good. In the last 2 years of school, I was dancing, I was playing instruments, I was acting, and it felt like I have arrived in school. Like people know me. My juniors, they looked up to me. And it felt amazing. Then school ended. And I was on crossroads with my life. I didn't score very good marks. Like, of course, I wasn't attending classes. So I didn't score any good marks. I had, in Delhi, they say compartment. In Mumbai, they say KT. So I had to appear for a retest in chemistry. It was really difficult, very challenging time because suddenly my friends lost confidence in me. My family lost confidence in me. The whole idea of, going abroad and studying, maybe become a pilot and then pursue acting, everything just seemed impractical to everyone. And it was hell. I was doing correspondence from Delhi University. All my friends were from the science stream and I felt like an outcast. They stopped talking to me. I stopped relating to the world around me. I stopped relating to everyone I knew. And I always felt this angst that, no one's just understanding what do I want. And then depression hit me. My mental health was, and I, back in the day, in 2008, 2009, we didn't talk about mental health the way we talk about it right now. It was really difficult because I wasn't even understanding what I was going through. I wanted to become an actor. If I tell anyone that I want to be an actor, they would just laugh at my face because I was gaining weight, unusual weight gain. I was going through depression. And at that time, one character, one film that really helped me, it was Sylvester Stallone's Rocky Balboa. There's one particular monologue from that film where Rocky's talking to his son and he just tells him that it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. And in that moment, I realized it wasn't about punching life hard. It wasn't about the strongest punch. It wasn't about the strongest blow. It's about rising after each fall. And then I just divided everything. Okay, what's bothering me? My weight is bothering me. I'll join a gym. What's bothering me? I don't think am I good enough? Because that period was marked by silence. 3 years of silence in my life. Silence of friends. They were too busy with their own futures to understand mine. Silence of family members who just couldn't understand my ambition. And the most deafening silence was my inner thoughts, my inner voice, the imposter syndrome, which used to tell me each time that you're not good enough. Okay, you want to be an actor, but are you good enough? So that Rocky just helped me with it. And then I started drawing inspirations from everything. Suddenly all the love songs were about acting. There was this song from Namaste London called Chakna Chakna. That became about acting. I was just thinking about my aim, no matter what my surroundings were, no matter if I see a way, I was just moving forward. And they say a journey of 1,000 miles starts from one step. And for me, that monumental step was getting admitted into FTII. So FTII is Film and Television Institute of India. It's one of the most prestigious film schools in Asia. And it has a very elaborated audition program. You have to appear for a written test, then you have to audition for it, then there's a workshop, and they have only 10 seats. And 5 are reserved for SC, ST, OBC because it's a government institution. So we were competing for 5 seats. I think about 900 people applied for it, and me with no confidence, but with this focus that this is what I want to do. I don't care if I get it or not, but this is what I want to do. There's this very famous शेर by Muhammad Iqbal, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे कि बता तेरी रजा क्या है. And I just made that mantra for my life. I got into FTII and it just changed everything for me. It was so beautiful. I was eating, living, breathing cinema. I did workshops with the likes of Mr. Pankaj Kapoor, Mr. Irfan Khan, and Rajesh Telang, and we were just constantly working towards my dreams. It felt like everyone is just aligning for me to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And in FTII, I realized that dreams are not just a destination. They are a journey. And you evolve with that journey. And your dreams transform with that journey. In FTII, I realized, because, in my high school, for that 1.5 years, 2 years, I experienced that comforting peak that here I am the star. Then I had this lull period where people who used to celebrate me stopped talking to me. And I had this weird ambition, which where people told me that it's impractical. But at FTII, that thing came back. And then I realized I am not seeking external validation anymore. My dream now is to become the most skillful actor of my country. I just want to work on my craft every day, and that's what I tried to do. And after FTII, I came to Bombay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, fellow dreamers, let me paint you this picture. 2008, I dreamt of being an actor, started with theatre and stuff. Then I went to FTII, 3 years of rigorous training. Then I came to Bombay. Like many before me, I thought I'm going to conquer Bombay. I'm going to conquer the industry. I went to my first audition, stood in the queue for 6 hours. I came inside. The gentleman looked at me and he said, not fit. I was like, what does that mean? He was like, not fit. I was like, but audition? He was like, jao bhai, not fit. And then I realized, it's never going to be easy. You just have to make peace with it. You can't complain. I can't be pointing fingers ke, yaar, I'm from FTII, I'm a trained actor, just, take my audition and then I'll prove it to you. No, like it's okay. If they don't want me, someone else will. And I struggle. I gave so many auditions and then finally it happened. Udta Punjab. After a year of relentless auditioning, I got my role. And that was also a very lengthy process. Like I had to go about 4 rounds for Udta Punjab. And finally I got the role and I remember I was first day on the set. I was nervous. I was so nervous that I had to go to the loo thrice before my shot. And no one could tell that. Like everyone, because everyone loved my audition and everyone knew that like my director had more confidence in me than me at that time. And no one just could see. I just masked my nervousness so well. No one could see it, but I was just like so nervous. So I went to my vanity van. I looked deep into the mirror, looked myself into my eyes, and I said, they have selected you. They won't throw you out. You didn't come this far to only come this far. Go out there and win. I went out there. I'll paint you a picture. First day of shoot, new guy. I'm sitting behind the wheels of a Range Rover. First time I'm driving a Range Rover. They asked me, can you drive a Range Rover? Yeah, very well. First time I was driving a Range Rover, there was 2 cameras rigged on both the sides, so I can't drive the car in a smooth motion. I have to be really careful. And then superstar Shahid Kapoor hanging out from the window. So I have this fear, what if I drop Shahid Kapoor? What if I bump Shahid Kapoor into a wall? So it was so scary. And I had to deliver this power-packed lines filled with Punjabi and Hindi curse words. But I don't know how I silenced those voices. I don't know whether it was the journey, whether it was what I said to myself, whether it was countless failures that I've experienced, which couldn't shake my resolve down. I did my performance. It was met with applause and appreciation from everyone. And it felt great. And trust me, I'm not reading my speech anymore. I'm not even, like teleprompter is gone. I am telling you from the bottom of my heart, this is the real talk. Not a TED talk anymore. When that kid saw that applause, that appreciation, something moved inside. And I would go through that journey 100 times just for that kid to feel like that. And a year later, when Udta Punjab got premiered, I remember I was watching it with my family. My mom and dad were sitting right beside me, and there was this point where there's this scene in the climax. I take my shirt off, and there's an intense scene between me and Shahid. And I saw my dad was crying, my mom was crying, and everyone else in the theater, they were applauding. Like there was applause And in that moment, I felt, Kya kar diya. Like, that dream I have achieved. I still have a very long journey, but that dream I have achieved. That kid has seen himself on the silver screen. His parents have tears streaming down their eyes. And it was so fulfilling. So anyone who dares to dream, I just want to tell you that it's not a race. It's a marathon. As long as you're running or walking or crawling, you are going to win. No dream is too distant. No purpose is too lofty. Just do it with your heart. Believe in yourself. Even when you don't have that faith in yourself, fake it. Just tell yourself, let's do it anyway. And it will happen. Sometimes it takes 10 years for that 1 year that will change your life forever. And I always wanted to say this. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thanks.